Hello, everybody. Welcome back to more X4. Um, I have, I actually went against what I said in the last episode, and I did let it run for a little bit so that I could see the progress on where I'm going to have to buy some stuff. So advanced composites, I'm definitely going to have to go out and buy. Plasma conductors seem to be building up, and the whole parts are coming from my factories only. So we're looking good on everything except for the advanced composites. While I was playing, I noticed something else. This. So I reassigned some of my traders. I took all of the large traders and moved them over into the mining group instead of the trading group. And I'm still not able to keep up with the demand for silicon and ore for the computronic substrate and silicon carbide factories. So I am definitely going to have to buy some more miners, though I'm going to keep an eye on it because if you look over here, all of my mineral miners are over here gathering silicon. So it could be that I just need to let things settle and hope that my miners get this all sorted out. But yeah, I was completely out of all minerals except for ice because I'm not using it. And the silicon carbide and computronic substrate factories were and still are both out of silicon. They're doing good on ore, but not silicon. So I'm hoping that that will all get sorted out now that I have all of my miners, all my large miners moved over, and I'm just using the medium miners to do transference. If not, well, I'm gonna have to go and buy some more large miners. Um, the other thing I did is I started selling off all of the leftovers from this factory. I'm sorry, this trading station. It's honestly just going to be to make me money now. I'm not, I did this to get myself set up so that I could move into other areas. And now that I am producing those up here in Heretic's End, I no longer need them. So we are going to just go ahead and do that. That way I can get more income and start building more quicker and faster. I also put together another factor. Oh, a correction from my last video. I did this as a three Claytronics production because the five production was over 60 million credits to build, and I wanted to not spend that much. So I did this as a three all-in-one closed loop system, and I can just add another three closed loop later if I really want to. But first, I need to get an advanced composites factory and a plasma conductors factory. Um, the plasma conductors factory is already in process, so it's right here. Um, and I think this is a scanning or no quantum tube. Yeah, this is a quantum tube production factory. So I need to go and grab the advanced composites production facility and build up an advanced composites. Yeah, and build up one of those. That way I can have everything I need in order to build. I think the whole parts uses electronics. Caps lock. Um, whole part factory. There we go. That was me, not you. Somebody sent me a message on Discord. Um, Oh, it is advanced composites. So hull parts and Claytronics both use composites and plasma conductors instead of hull parts and um, Claytronics to build. So I just need to get those two factories up and running, and that will take care of the special factories that they wanted us to use special parts for. And yeah, so yeah, composites. Do I have that blueprint? No, I do not. They're produced. Oh, wow, that's really low. Hmm. Okay. So, while I'm waiting on those components to be delivered, I'm going to tell this guy to fly us safely through here. And get us into Great Reef. Sorry, I had to look to see what the name of the system was, because I didn't remember. Go there. All right, and then take us here. Okay. So he's going to fly us there. And, well, I really don't have much else to do while I'm waiting on him to do that. I guess I could go and look and see. Now, I've noticed some differences also. Used to be that when the traders did the trading, the money would go into the station account for the station that did the trade. But, well, I'm sorry, when the stations did the trading, so when the vendors came in and bought from the station itself, that the station would hold on to the money. But it doesn't look like that's the case anymore, because I've sold a bunch of silicon carbide and microlattice, and the money is coming directly to me. So I don't know if they changed that. Wow, that is a mess right there. I should probably also put in a few more traders, because the silicon carbide mill is stacking up, as well as the Computronic substrate, because all of my traders are going off and trading the microlattice and the protein paste to faraway stations. So, or I could just tell these stations to sell it directly, because, like I said, I don't need it anymore. These were really just to get me the components I needed in order to move it into a sector I own, which I now have finished. Not 100% successfully yet, but I'm working on it. We're still low on, we still have no silicon in stock. And your gas. I'm remembering that you need at least like 3-to-1 gas to mineral miners in order to mine for stations. And I don't think I've hit that ratio yet. I am at 3 gas miners, and so I'm at 2-to-1 right now. So I need to get 3 more mineral miners to even remotely match the gas production that my gas miners are putting in. So those are 5 million a piece on the large side. I could put mediums in, but I mean, honestly, it's about the same if you think about it. So, and we're almost there on hull parts. Plasma conductors, we're getting there. Oh, we got composites coming in too. So I'm just gonna dump the money into this station. And just let it go. And then once this is built, I can start working on these two, and I don't have to worry about buying any outside products. Hull parts refinery, it's fine. I don't have any in stock, but that's also fine. I'd like to build a turret factory, and I actually did put one together. So I think I'm actually going to put one down. That we can do later. I'm not going to buy any of the stuff yet. I think I should be able to build it. Continue. And I did a 10 times closed loop turret factory. So I was shocked because it only requires 1 times of all of the various components that the turret factories use. So yeah, it was actually not that bad. So turret components, 10 of them use 1 component production per. Neat. I am not going to save this. I'm actually going to delete that factory. Plan build. It's not the right one. That's the quantum tube. I even forgot where I put it. Okay, right there. We are going to delete that one. So we'll go back in and put that one in later. But yeah, turret components shouldn't be that difficult. I got the factory pre-made already, and it produces enough that I'll be able to use it to arm all my stations and my my defense platforms. Which will be nice when I start making my way up into this area, which is a heavy xenon populated area. So anything over here, usually xenon. And I can just plop down a defense station and protect the exit gate, and then move all the components I need to build a new one over to the other side, or to here, and then move them over to the other side and build another one that can then defend itself. So as long as I have silicon carbide, my microlattice, and turret components, I should be good to go. But that's usually my strategy, is to blockade the gate of a known xenon sector, and then store all the materials in that station, and then go and blow up the xenon on the other side, or prevent them from even getting across. Because my stations for that are usually pretty robust.
System, Great Reef.
Okay. I am going to take control. Gimme. Let me kill your current. We want to remove all orders, and then we're going to
autopilot engaged.
So we're continuing on with the Boron storyline. I find it's easier to oh, that's right. You can't enable piloting mode with autopilot on. It's easier to navigate through Sanctuary of Darkness when the AI does it for you. I just would rather not do that level of paying attention when I can be doing other things. I do need to go and do
autopilot engaged.
I do need to go and get all my factions up to date.
You have arrived at the precise position. Excellent. Taking measurements now. No, this is no good. We will have to disregard these readings. Oh well, this shall not dishearten us. Assistant, onwards to the next position.
Autopilot engaged.
Bosotar, may I ask you a personal question?
By all means, Neela T.
What makes you choose to remain out there? All alone in that tiny tank of yours? Are you not tempted to reunite with your kind? Now that we are reconnected?
Nothing would delight me more than to explore the provinces myself, and to get out of this tube for once. But my work is simply too important. After years enslaved in the service of advancing split weaponry, I now preside over what is quite possibly the most advanced scientific facility in the network. I am sorely tempted to abandon post, even if it is just for a little while. I would most certainly love to see the Great Reef in person, but ultimately, my work here is so much more important than my personal desires.
So what is behind your enduring fascination with Great Reef? If you will forgive my candor, you seem to be rather fixated on this particular system.
Actually, I was born there. Not that I would have any memory of it. Then shortly, after I was hatched, I was taken to Argon space.
But wait, that would mean you were released.
Yes, indeed. If the records are correct, I am
I'm gonna let them talk before I get there.
Absolutely incredible. I never imagined I would ever meet someone so aged and venerable.
Hence my fear of spending time away from my laboratory. While my mind remains sharp, I must exercise it for the benefit of all.
Okay.
Autopilot engaged.
Yeah, that's just a little bit of flavor conversation. It's neat. Where are you going? I think autopilot's a little hinky sometimes.
Taking the second set of measurements. Blasted photoplankton. Nothing. Again. We shall try once more. I know I am onto something. I can feel it in my fins.
You know, it is strange. Our lifespan is short. At least in comparison to the other known sentient species. When you think about it, very few Boron of the provinces adrift will recall Kingdom End, or the benevolent leadership of our monarch. Yet, ask any one of them, and finding a way back home will be their preeminent priority. How is it that we are driven to pursue such things, even on the thinnest of leads? Is this inherent Boron naivete? Or an innate scientific drive?
That is simply our nature. We are known for being pacifists and scientists. But underneath all of that, are we not first optimists?
I do think that the Boron are some of the more interesting races in the X universe. All right, head to, I think this is the last location we need to go and look at. Go and see where we're at. Yeah, it's filling up nicely. Look at that.
Excellent. Yes, this position seems promising. Taking readings of the phenomenon now. Curious. What? No, this will not do at all. Assistant, something seems to be interfering with the measurements. You must get to the bottom of this at once.
All right, you ready for a long drive? Here we go. Right here.
Asteroid.
This asteroid is highly unusual. It appears to emit some form of residual energy, impeding the accuracy of my readings. You must destroy it.
Wait, what? Is that really necessary? Can you not simply account for the interference and adjust your readings accordingly? Or reposition the ship a little for clearer measurements?
Inconceivable! You cannot jeopardize these readings in any way. There is no room for error or extrapolation. Everything must be exact. A controlled detonation would be the best course to pursue.
You will need spacesuit bombs to detonate the asteroid. Allow me to drop some for you to use at your discretion. Oh, a word of warning. Do not let the authorities find you with this contraband.
Container.
Now don your spacesuit, assistant.
Okay.
Ma'am?
Mako.
Spacesuit time.
Excellent! Attach several bombs to the asteroid now.
Okay, it is middle mouse button.
Asteroid.
Oh, that's right. I don't have the jetpack. How are you going backwards? I need the Mark II suit. Oof. Speed so bad. Or is it because tutorial message? It's tutorial message. Or oh, oops. Did it attach? Oh, got it. All right. All right.
And detonate. Quite the spectacle.
Mako.
Obliteration may have appeared to be an extreme approach to resolving our issue, but it seems to have done the trick.
Piranha.
What are you? Oh, that's her.
Mako. Docking granted.
I gotta get underneath it. There we go.
Assistant, please return to the initially designated position at once.
Empty space.
Okay.
Taking measurements now. This is... Oh my! Would you look at that? That is 5 magnetars, each rotating at a comparable speed. No, wait, actually, this cannot be right. One rotation every 1.884 seconds, which equals 1 rotation per 3.14 thorium transitions, which, oh, you might not be following. Their rotational speeds are precisely identical.
5? With identical speeds? But that is impossible.
As we are observing it right now, it would be more accurate to say that it is highly improbable. But yes, the odds of this phenomenon occurring naturally are incredibly, unfathomably minuscule. And, viewed from this position, their positioning appears oddly symmetrical as well. The stars seem to be pointing towards that blue giant. I wonder if... Oh my! The radiation readings emanating from the blue giant are incredible.
Incredible. How?
They are oddly regular, in a manner that should not be possible. And they repeat, like a signal. Could this be what we have been missing? Surely not. That would mean... Did someone mean for us to find this?
Wait. A message written in the stars. For you?
Oh no, please. Not meant for me specifically. But this constellation cannot conceivably be a natural occurrence. Its existence is a manifestation of intent. The Alliance of the Word still seeks a means to interface with the gate technology. We may well have just found something worthy of closer inspection. I shall forward these findings to Nomenclaret's team immediately. Assistant, you should head back to the expedition outpost now. In the meantime, I shall apply my intellectual suckers to the details of our discovery.
So,
Explorer, do not for a nanosecond think that I am not coming with you.
get up and let this guy drive for me, because nope. I find this part is much easier with a
discovery that you and Bozo Tog made is
an AI
tremendously
pilot.
interesting. I cannot yet explain how the two are connected, but these energy readings seem to be compatible with the jump gate, at least according to the science team's tentative simulations.
It is a cipher, deliberately placed to allow us access to the network.
I do not know whether that can be said conclusively. These are fantastical claims to be making without any weight of evidence. Perhaps the jump gates draw some of their function from anomalous occurrences, such as your synchronized stellar bodies. Or perhaps whoever built these gates used the blue giant as a constant point of reference, one that is detectable for years, and used for calibration of some kind. We do not yet have sufficient data, so I hesitate to spring to conclusions. That said, your findings certainly accelerate our scientific timeline. Explorer, talk to me in person so that I may brief you on how we will proceed.
Okay.
It is quite obvious why he is so hesitant to entertain my hypothesis. I shall admit, it seems rather ludicrous on the face of it, but I believe he will rue dismissing the concept so readily. To encounter this phenomenon now, just as we are making our first foray into jump gate interaction, is a coincidence of astronomical proportions.
I do say that I think that the Terran Yaki storyline is probably one of my favorites still. It's just good. Alright, I should have enough money to dump it all in. I'm almost to the point where I can start constructing the station, but there's so many advanced composites that need to be bought that I'm still kind of wary about doing it. It requires a lot of advanced composites. So yeah, and they're not bringing in the plasma conductors in as great on numbers as they usually do. So I think after this I'm gonna head to Argonne, the advanced composites blueprint. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll just withdraw the money from the construction budget and go out and buy the rest of the stuff that I need myself. But I do need an advanced composites factory. Wonder where the nearest one is. Oh, I haven't finished exploring this. Here's one. Let's see what you're selling. Get rid of that, that. Sold. You only have 1,400. And I need a whole lot more. All right, let's see. All right, they're selling them here. They only have 515 of them. You're buying them. 1478. Where's that? That's up there. They're not selling them. $515. Yeah, they're really hard to find right now. Probably because I'm buying them all up. So building an advanced composite factory is probably going to be one of my top priorities after getting the Claytronics factory up. Can make a tidy profit off of it too. I forget what else they're used for. Antimatter converters and missile components. That makes sense. Unless you do Terran builds, and then it's missile. Oh, we're gonna go. Oh, what? There we go. So you can make all of the missiles with Terran builds, microlattice and energy cells, versus the insane amount of resources you need to make, like the swarm missiles, smart chips. But if you go to Terran, it's so fewer resources. So yeah, I'd rather just skip this. Though you do get 281 missile components for 2 advanced composites, and well, they also need hull parts. So missile components are expensive to build versus using just Terran build for it. I don't know. Am I cheesy? Min-maxing. I mean, I'm just min-maxing. That's all.
Can I help?
All right.
Ma'am?
Get out of my seat. Get out of my seat. Come on. Thank you. I honestly don't see a problem with min-maxing, especially not when the universe is stacked against you.
Danger. Docking granted.
Though for a challenge run, I've honestly thought about doing a challenge run where I don't do any Terran whatsoever because
Successfully docked.
it does seem to make things a bit easier.
Mako.
I mean, it does. So doing it old school, but still leaving the Terran faction in.
Ah, there you are. I have briefed Lita Wee's administration on a research strategy and experimentation protocols. The science team is making the final calibrations. And, as you can see, the Alliance of the Word has worked strenuously to construct all of the necessary energy infrastructure.
We have concluded our preparations, awaiting confirmation to proceed.
Oh, the delicious, heady feeling of pre-experiment anticipation. But Assistant, I would be surprised if our experiments here escape the attention of the Karg.
The Boron scientist has a point. I shall defer to your judgment on when we should commence the experiment. Shall we initiate proceedings? Science team, you have authorization. You are green to go.
Uploading frequency profile as signal template. Oh yes, the change in energy signature is immediately detectable.
Indubitably, the signal you helped extract activated something within the gate's mechanism.
I can confirm that we can interface with the jump gate. It appears that we can input basic commands.
All of this seems to indicate that I really am onto something with the cipher hypothesis. The cadence of the blue giant's radiation output acts as a sort of key.
Introduce energy now.
Affirmative.
Stay on guard, everyone. Explorer, get back out there. Maintain a secure perimeter around the jump
Oh,
gate.
this should be fun. I don't do this often, but just in case. I don't want to deal with this. I think the first time I did this, I got blown up a couple of times. It's not a... And I don't have a very good ship.
Cog, as expected.
Oh no, and with such calamitous timing.
Mako.
Ma'am?
Container. Minotaur. Vanguard. Piranha. Protector.
Looks like they've added a few additional protection ships, though. There didn't used to be this many. I could probably honestly sit this one out, and they could take care of it themselves.
Protector. Forager.
Come here. Come on. Oh, I know why I got blown up. Friendly fire damage. They got very mad at me for hitting this. Just ask my friends when we play World War Z. They run in front of me constantly. Friendly fire damage. Not on purpose. I don't do it on purpose, but they get in front of me and I'm aggressive, so they pay the price.
Forager.
Come on. All right, fine. I forgot how long of a dogfight this is. There's so many of them.
Protector.
There you go. Friendly fire. I'm really glad they moved Boost to its own dedicated resource pool.
Forager.
That was such a good change. One, because the AI loves using Boost, especially in your own private ships. So they would constantly be leaving themselves open to getting blown up because they would boost away and they'd have no shields left. And two, just because it makes it so that dogfighting's more interesting. I knew you were gonna go right in my path. Come on.
Jump gate. Forager.
Time to die. Let's go. Oh, you're teleporting. Yeah, they all teleported out. Okay.
Everyone, fall back. Regroup at my position.
Wayfinder. Docking ground.
Okay.
A giant spike in radiation.
Well, this is certainly new.
Initial readings?
regular jump gate function.
Incredible! It really does appear as though we managed to establish a connection between two gates.
But does it lead to Kingdom End?
There's only one method for ascertaining the answer to that question. Fleet, move out.
Wait! There is an energy flux.
And transition is achieved. Green lights across the board. No immediate danger detected. Oh my goodness! There's a fleet of Commonwealth ships, right here. Greetings, friends. Please tell me you are with the Alliance of the Word.
We are indeed.
Judging by the equipment surrounding this gate, would it be presumptuous to imagine that you had a hand in activating the jump gate from this side?
With the help of the local Boron population, yes.
How very
I
impressive.
love the music from this
Our
DLC.
scientists have been endeavoring to achieve this for countless times, but to no avail.
Then suddenly, without warning, something changed, and we were able to interface with the jump gate.
Yes, we have just made the significant breakthrough that brings everything together.
You simply must share your findings with us. In the meantime, we will harden the gate defensive positions and establish patrols. And of course, our most venerable and beloved Queen Polyphides wishes to receive you and your subordinates to thank you for all you have achieved.
It would be an honor.
We will also need to instigate ties with the local administration.
I may be able to assist in that regard, and I cannot deny how thrilled I would be to come aboard as ambassador to my long-lost Boron brethren.
Music is so good. The composer for the X series is
You and Ozo Tom would be
phenomenal.
the success of this entire undertaking. It would only be right for the two of you to join me in my audience with the Queen.
Me? Meet the Queen? This is also overwhelming.
I'm already up to 5 million. Holy cow.
Docking aborted. Entering system. Kingdom End.
Alright, I'm gonna turn on autopilot and go see how we're doing over here. I know I'm OCD about this, but helps me gauge. Alright, where are we at? Okay, so we are starting to build up materials. Good. Oh wow. Okay, we've got all the hull parts, it looks like. Yeah, all the hull parts. So all we're waiting on is the last little bit of Claytronics, and then the composites and the plasma conductors, and I got my own Claytronics factory up. Nice. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to buy the composites myself. So what I might wind up doing is, but there's not many people selling them right now, and that's the problem. How far down are they? So there's one of them. 5,600. So I just need 5,600 to get the first Claytronics factory up and running. And that
Entering
is
reflected stars.
all the way up here. But it will stop on the second one here before it gets to graphene. Dang it. Unfortunately, you need the graphene in order to start producing Claytronics. I got microchips. Got quantum tubes. Yeah, it's the graphene that's going to kill me, and it's all the way at the end. That's kind of one of the downsides to using the randomizer, is it doesn't... It plots out the build like you're going to build the whole thing at once, and so it doesn't prioritize putting the end result up near the...
I still cannot believe it. Kingdom End. In my lifetime. Look how beautiful it is. And we did it. We established the connection. We are summoned by the Queen, no less.
What a marvelous turn of events indeed. And it is reassuring to see the seeds of Boron civilization faring so well. They have weathered isolation far better than the provinces. That is for certain. A strong economy, political stability, no signs of strife or unrest. They seem to be at peace. Now we can finally bring the provinces adrift back into the fold. My people can finally share in that sweet tranquility.
All right, so there's their shipyards. Nice.
Autopilot. Disabilitas vigilance. Successfully done.
Oh, shoot.
This is so exciting.
Docking right.
I forgot it's Control D, not Shift D. Oof, that balancing. Too loud. I thought I had the music turned down. Oh, I don't. Whoops. That should be better. Okay, sorry about that if I blew you guys' ears out. I thought I had turned down the music.
All rise for Her Royal Highness, the benevolent and wise Queen Polyphides.
Greetings, travelers. It is our great pleasure as reigning monarch of the Queendom of Boron to receive you all in this historic moment. Our royal steward positively gushed with praise for his allies, and so I wish to thank each one of you who was so critical in bringing these long-lost systems back into the fold. First, Numunkaret, fearless leader without whose vision and doggedness an expedition of such scale would never have been possible. You have our deepest gratitude.
You are most welcome, Your Majesty. The pursuit of knowledge and unity is my paramount drive. I could no more relinquish the task than I could cease breathing.
Nilati, our loyal subject and long-lost kinswoman. You have done your utmost to maintain the safety and security of the severed realm, despite hardship and adversity. And Steward Leader informs us that not for one moment did you let the dream of Kingdom End die. You have our deepest gratitude.
It is such an honor to be here, Your Grace. Just to be here, to see the home planet, is all the reward I will ever need.
And now for the prodigal spawn, Bozo Tar. You spent a whole lifetime away from home, isolated from all fellow Boron in the most unimaginable manner, and yet you did not let these dreadful circumstances deter you. Welcome home, Bozo Tar.
Please forgive me. I have no words.
And then, of course, there is you, Celia Taryn. We have been informed that your grit and fortitude were the backbone of this venture. Without your endeavors, it is doubtful that the Boron of Kingdom End would now be reunited with their brethren, or the Commonwealth at large. We thank you from the deepest well of our being. Now, Numankaret, we expect that you and your science team will be quite busy for some time to come, exchanging your findings with our own scientists and making sense of all that has occurred here. Yet still, we have a favor to ask of you. It has been a long time since we last shared the network with other species. We ask that you use your expertise to coordinate a mission to reach out to our old allies and adversaries. Let them know that the Boron of Kingdom End have returned.
And there was much rejoicing.
I would be honored to oversee such an undertaking, and I already know the perfect candidate to take up these emissarial duties.
Not me.
Explorer?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Of course we will accept.
Of
It presents
course.
a unique opportunity to explore every corner of the network.
We can only thank all of you again. You are great friends to our people. But now, we are afraid that we must ask you all to take your leave. Our royal duties cannot be postponed any longer. Farewell, dear friends of Boron.
So,
This concludes the royal audience. Our honored guests, you are invited to hold your inaugural mission briefing at the designated venue.
Please follow me.
all right. So, I am going to go ahead and save it here. I have some cooking to do for an event tomorrow. And I will pick this up at a later time, probably tomorrow or Monday. This being Saturday. And if you're not watching this as they come out, then it'll be the very next episode you watch. But no, I appreciate everybody that keeps coming back. You make me want to keep making these videos. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.